Here is yet another Casablanca Venus. This one here is from 1991 in Snow White. So this came actually off of Facebook Marketplace that was very close to me. It was like 2 towns over, so it was very local, pretty much. Now, this is in good condition now. It wasn't before. So the bearings were bad, as expected. It was covered in kitchen grease, and it was just very dirty. It took a lot of effort to clean, and there was a big long ribbon wrapped around the motor, which is I'm assuming it's from like a birthday party of some sort. So, one more thing is that little so-called switch housing, that little thing that the light kit mounts to. It's got 3 little tabs that hold it in, and they were all snapped. And the reason being is because this guy had this fan fully assembled when he was selling it, and had a really long down rod on there. And just the slightest little movement, I literally just, he was moving it and I heard a snap and that was it. So I fixed those with 3 screws and nuts. And this is not the first time this has happened with me with a Venus. So we'll go ahead and get a look at this. I thought that would be better, I guess not. This bottom part is in very good condition. Usually that's all scratched up. But thankfully this one is not. No recall clip because it's not that bad right now, and if I put it with a recall clip it would hit this air duct, and even now it barely clears. Not sure if you can see the tag or not. I'm not going to go through too much effort trying to show that. It is kind of in a tricky spot. This is demo mode. Airspeed 1. The Venus seems to be a fan that is kind of commonly showing up for me. I already have 2 black ones. One's a halo and one's not, and this would be my 3rd white Venus. But I still never found a white halo. These fans are extremely difficult to install. I really love these fans a lot. They're one of my favorites, but they're just so hard to install. I mean, these things, it takes time and it takes effort, and a lot of time and effort. I'm kind of surprised you see as many of these as you do. Unfortunately, this guy's house was being renovated, and he was basically tearing down a wall, which by the time he was selling this fan, he already had torn down that wall where the IntelliTouch control was, and the builders were actually there, and you know, I was trying to get to the bottom of what happened with his control, and he went and asked the builders, and the builders looked at the guy like he had 2 heads. Of course, they had no idea what happened to the control. I mean, they're builders, so they don't really care what happened to the control. But unfortunately, I think it's pretty obvious it was thrown away. Also, I'm kind of surprised. It's actually nowhere near falling without a recall clip. I'm actually kind of surprised because it's been on that ceiling all those years, and the ball is not really starting to come through at all. Maybe it had something to do because it was on an angled ceiling. So maybe that has something to do with it, but I have no idea. I would never really install one of these without a recall clip. The only reason it's like that now is because of that air duct. I would say my favorite part about the Venus is the downlight. Because without the downlight, I don't think it looks that nice. So if it didn't have a downlight, I would be skeptical of buying it. Unless it was like Marketplace or something, I'd probably resell it. So this is off. This is going to be spin down. So not too much of a story about this fan. It's basically one of the run-of-the-mill Marketplace fans. Not really a crazy story. Really, the only thing was the seller was a real pain in the ass. Other than that, you know, that's normal. Look how close that blade is to that air duct. That's crazy. I'm surprised this even fit. But that's all I have for this 1991 Casablanca Venus in Snow White. And now, on to the next fan.